I'll try to a little bit of divrei chizuk in this upcoming week's parsha. Pasuk says, "Vayetar Yitzchak Lashem lenochach ishto ki akara hi vayeater lo Hashem vatar Rivka ishto." Yitzchak prayed for a miracle, for Rivka to become pregnant, to have children. ויתרוצצו הבנים בקרבה, ותאמר אם כן, למה זה אנוכי? ותלך לדרוש את השם. Rivka doesn't understand. Something is happening inside of her. She decides, לדרוש את השם, find what's happening, understand what needs to be done. ויאמר השם לה, שני גויים בבטנך, ושני לאומים ממאייך ייפרדו, ולאום מלאום יאמץ. ורב יעבוד צעיר. Rashi says, what does it mean, ותאמר, אם כן, אנוכי, ותלך לדרוש את השם? ותאמר, אם כן, גדול צער העיבור. If this is how it's going to be, that the pain of the pregnancy is so difficult, למה זה אנוכי מתאווה ומתפללת על הריון? So what's the point that I want so much to be pregnant, to have a child, if it's going to be so hard? And לכאורה, this Rashi is a תמיהה גדולה. The Or HaChaim HaKadosh asks a bomba kasha. He says, ולעולם לא יקפידה על צער ההיריון. כי הצדיקים יסבלו צער גדול בעולם הזה לתכלית טוב הנצחי. He says, דברי רש"י don't make sense. ורש"י פירש אם כן, גדול צער העיבור, למה זה אנוכי מתאווה ומתפללת על ההיריון. He brings רש"י. And he says, ופירושו ז"ל, אין הדעת מסכמת עליו. It doesn't make sense. שתמאס הצדקת בהריונה לצד הצער, that she doesn't want this pregnancy because it hurts. And he says, and if that's what she went to get an answer for, what's the answer that she got? הרי בזה לא יוסר הצערה. So he says, the pshat is the opposite. Zog the Or HaChaim HaKadosh, she prayed so much until a miracle happened that she was scared. She wanted to understand what was happening. Maybe she's going to lose this pregnancy. After praying so much, can it be that I'm going to lose the baby? So she went, ותלך לדרוש את השם. Says the Or HaChaim HaKadosh, לבקש רחמים על קיום הריונה, ולדעת דבר הסובב והפסדם, and to understand what's the reason that she's about to lose the babies. כי מן השמיים לא יעשה נס לשקר, שתיפקד בדבר שאינו מתקיים. Is it possible that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to make a miracle? Stam. So that it goes. Is it a game? ולעולם לא הקפידה על צער ההיריון. She never questioned the צער. כי צדיקים יסבלו צער גדול מהעולם הזה לתכלית טוב הנצחי. Continues the Or HaChaim and explains, what does it mean שני גויים בבטנך? והודיעה סיבת הדוחק אשר ידחקו זה את זה והתעצמו זה על זה. Why are they דחוק? Why are they so tight? Why is there so much pressure inside? כי משונה ההיריון זה מכל הריון שבעולם. It's a different pregnancy. כי כל ההיריון שיהיה משניים, יהיו השניים נוחים וטבעם שווה. Normally, when somebody has twins, so they live in a harmony inside the womb. They understand each other. They're at peace. They see a mirror effect in each other. וידורו יחד בבטן. מה שאין כן הריונך. However, by you, Rivka, it's different. והטעם הוא כשני גויים בבטנך. The טעם why it's different because there are two people inside of you. כל אחד מהם הוא בחינת גוי אחד. ועוד להם שהם עצמם הם מלכים. They are kings. They have מלכוס. ומלכוס העם נמשכת לעולם. וכל זה לא יסובב להתרוצץ בבטן אם יהיו במזג אחד כטבע התאומים. And this doesn't happen when we have regular twins. ומשונים מטבע התאומים. They are completely different. And what's the difference? Explains the אור החיים הזוי. ואומרו מלאום לאום. יש להם דבר שיגרום הרחקת הכנת ההתגוררות יחד. They have an essence in them that stops them from being together, from finding a common ground, a unity. Why? כי כל אחד מהשני מלכים חוזקו ואומצו הוא מלאום שכנגדו. They yearn the strength from each other. So when one is strong, the other one is weak. And when the other one is strong, then the first one is weak. There are no harmony in between them. They yearn strength from each other by weakening the other. על דרך אומרם לא נתמלאה צור אלא מחורבנה של ירושלים. צור got all this wealth by destroying Yerushalayim. They didn't build their own wealth. They stole the wealth from ירושלים. וכיוון שכל אחד מהם רוצה, listen well, כיוון שכל אחד מהם רוצה במפלס חברו, כדי שיגדל ממנו, זה ירחיק האחווה והתאום יחד. יסוד נפלא. Says the אור החיים הקדוש, there is a fight between them, and each one is trying to destroy the other. He's trying to bring down the other. And because this is their essence, it's impossible that there will be unity and harmony between them. And he continues in this mahalach, in this path, and adds on a new darga. He says, ולדרכו יבוא על נכון הכוונה, אבל לא יאמר, כי מלבד שיתגדל אחד במפלס חברו. It's not enough that one grows by taking the other one down. גם צריך הנויפל להשתבט לפני המסגדל ממנו. The weak one, the one that falls, the loser, it's not enough that the loser is a loser. He has to bow before me. He has to serve me. It's not enough that I weakened him. He has to serve me. ולא די לא נפילתו וראיית טובו ביד אויבו, אלא שיעקב כאגמון ראשו לעובדו. ובזה תפליג הרחקת האחווה ותעצומת השנאה. ועל זה נאמר אין אדם נחש דרים בכפיפה אחת. וזאת סיבת השינוי ההיריון. רואי סי, the אור החיים הקדוש is saying דברים נפלאים. That the relationship between Yaakov and Esav was fighting between each other. A fight. Each one is trying to take the other one down to the point that he's mishtabed. אני לא מבין. אני לא מבין. Where in history did we find that Yaakov tried to take down Esav? Yaakov never went to fight against Esav. ראיה, in Parashat Vayishlach, Esav comes full force to take down Yaakov. And what does Yaakov do? Ishtachavot. Mishtachave, presence. Salam aleik, you're the best. Achi. Where did we find that Yaakov, throughout history, is going out to war to take down Esav, that Esav should be serving him? We never heard such a thing in history. So what is the Or HaChaim coming to teach us here? What's this yesod? היה צריך לדעת דבר גדול. That Yaakov is the semel of the emes. Yaakov ish emes. Ish tam yoshev ohalim. And here, there is a fight between the emes, the true, the absolute truth, and the sheker. Yaakov is begeder kol. Akol kol Yaakov ve'yadayim yedei Esav. What does that mean? We know the Medrash that when the kol is kol Yaakov, so there's no yadayim yedei Esav. But when there's no kol Yaakov, so yadayim yedei Esav. Ma pshat. There's two ways to fight. Esav is begeder yadayim. What does it mean yadayim? With your hands, you are poel outside. You can influence by imposing your hands on Yenim, on another person. The kol, the dibur, koach hadibur, it comes from bifnim. Is an isroimemus bifnim. Esav, in order to take down Yaakov, has to fight. He doesn't uplift himself. He makes sure that Yaakov should be taken down. That's the milchama of Esav. Esav knows that he doesn't have the kelim to uplift himself. So how is he going to be a Moshel? How is Malchus is going to rule over the world? By making sure to diminish, to weaken Yaakov. Over Yaakov. And that's the Be'etzem the Sheker. That's the Sheker. That his Malchus, his Bnuya is built on what? His power is built by weakening Yenim, the other. Not by uplifting himself. Yaakov is exactly the opposite. Yaakov doesn't need to go out and take down Esau. Yaakov never does such a thing. However, כמו שהאור החיים הקדוש הביא, אין אדם דר עם נחש בכפיפה אחת. The emes and the sheker cannot live together. It's impossible. So what's happening? Yaakov, through his dibur, through his choimemus, by elevating himself, through the emes, by definition, he's canceling Esav. That's how he's mesharbed the sheker. That's how Yaakov can win. By strengthening the emes that's in him. Not by fighting. By uplifting himself. Automatically, then Esav becomes valueless. That's the milchama between them. Comes the Torah and tells us that in every person we have this milchama. We have the koach of the Yetzer Hara of the Sheker, and we have the ratzon, the desire, the she'ifis, to always be nidbak, davuk la'emes. But the question is how to deal with this internal fight. We are always in a big ma'avak inside. Should I do this? I shouldn't do this. Should I be strong or no? How do we do it? The Torah tells us. You know why Yaakov became Yaakov? Yaakov was ishtam. What does it mean, ishtam? Tam means shalem, complete. Doesn't mean much to me. What does it mean to be complete? It's a nice word. But tachlis, how do I become complete? Abotai, there is a Goen nifla me'od who helps us understanding how we uplift ourselves and how we can be nitbak, be davuk to the shlemus. The Goen in Parashat Bereshit, on the pasuk, Vayichar leKain me'od, vayiplu panav, vayomer Hashem el Kain, הלא אם תיטיב שאת, ואם לא תיטיב, הפתח חטאת רובץ. We all know this psukim. And I will read the Lashon Hazav of the Goen. יש לפרש, כי הנה אין ליצר הרע, רבותיי, it's very important to listen, אין ליצר הרע שליטה על האדם, להטותו מדרך הטוב. כי אם במקום שיש פתח פתוח לפניו, ופריצה עומד נגדו כמליצת חז"ל, פרצה קורא לגנב, פריצה קורא לגנב, רצונו לומר שהדבר שעלה על רוחו לעשותו לשם, when a person wants to do something good, wants to do a mitzvah, עודנו היה בליבו על צד הספק, however, he has a צד, that maybe not, or maybe not like this, that he has a ספק, אם לעשותו, אם לא, וליבו לא נכון עמו, he's not shalem with himself, he is not convinced that this is the right thing to do. אז מקום להיצר לבוא ולהשתרר עליו על ידי הפתח ההוא ועל נקלה יכריענו לרצונו הרע אם לא יחדשנו בחוזקה. Says the Gaon מווילנה that the only way the Yetzer Hara can come to us is if we are not sure of what we are doing. If we question, if we have a little doubt, a little opening. I want to come early to the kollel. I want to learn. I want to be learning Be'asmada. But if there is such a person that needs to talk to me, then in this situation, I'm going to let it happen. That if, to let your phone on because of whatever reason will be the Pesach, the door for the Yetzer Hara to come and make sure that you will not learn. And so is the going. And he continues. לא כן אם האדם דעתו ורצונו שלם איתו ותמים עם השם. listening, תמים עם השם. איש תם יושב אוהלים. לעשות מה שציווה עליו, ודאי כי אין מקום להיצר לבוא אצלו. The Yetzer Hara cannot get to you, Rabbi. We always are in dilemmas. We always have to fight ourselves to get to do something. And we don't understand. How come it's not halak? Why can't I do something ככה, בפשטות, בקלות, without יצר הרע, without בלבול המוח, without confusion? Well, the reason is because you don't want it so much. If you really want something, and after you're done whether you want to do is right, and you're machriya, you decide that this is it, this is what I want to do, well, the Yetzer Hara cannot come in. There is no room for confusion. There is no room for mistake. This is what the Gaon Mivilna tells us. And he continues and says the following. כי הספק הוא הפסח הוא מבוא ליצר הרע לבוא אצלו. וזהו לפתח חטאת רובץ. And then he explains what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling to Cain. עוד יסוד, יסוד נפלא. כי אמר השם יזברך לקין, למה חרא לך? כלומר, על דעתך, כי אין בידך עוד לבחור בטוב לפני אלוקים. You've made a mistake. You failed. And what do you think? I'm stuck. I'm finished. I can't bring anything to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I brought the korban, wasn't accepted. I'm fried. Right? This is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Cain. This is how you think. דע לך. כי לא כן הוא. Mistake. כי ככוחך אז, כוחך אתה. The desire, the power that you had before you made a mistake is the same power you have right now. You can change. You can do good. You can elevate yourself. You've made a mistake. Lo nora. Because you have the same power to create the dynamics that will elevate you. רק כי מעתה מהצורך עליך לסגור הדלת. But there's a deny. אמנם the will, the power is there. But there's a deny. If you want to use this power, there's something that needs to happen. לסגור הדלת בעד בואו. Close the door to your sfekes. Close the doors to your katness. Stop thinking that maybe I can't. Stop trying to be comfortable and say, well, I'm willing until this happens. No. If you believe that you want to be a gadol, then you will become one. If you believe that you want to learn and you want to understand, you will understand. What's the problem? Is that for our own comfort, we want to live an exit door so that in case we feel choked, we feel a failure, we want to find a way to run away. Well, that door that you want to keep for your comfort is nothing other than an open door for the Yetzer Hara to come. And that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Cain. You have the koach you have. You can be matzliach. Just close the door to this suffix. Stop questioning. Don't try to be comfortable and by keeping something behind you. No. Face reality. Go full force. רק כי מעתה מהצורך עליך לסגור הדלת בעד בואו. לבל יעבור. פתח. Maybe because if you have this door, the Yetzer Hara will come in. ומפתן הבית. ואם לא תפתח לו פתח. But if you don't open the door and you actually close it, לא יתחיל לבוא אליך להילחם ממך. He will not fight you, רבותיי. We fight Yetzer Hara all day. Why? שיהיה ליבך שלם ותמים עם השם לעשות רצונו. Because we don't have a לב שלם. We don't have a לב תמים to do רצון השם. And זוג דבר מבהיל, מפחיד. כי כשתפתח לו פתח, when you open the door, when you keep this safety exit that makes you comfortable, that doesn't put you in front of a reality that demands from you action, courage, to reveal who you're really what you're really capable of doing. When you keep this door next to you, כי כשתפתח לו פתח להיות כמסתפק, and you have this ספק, you have this צד, there's another צד. חס ושלום במצווה ששלח אם לעשות או לא, אז אתה בעצמך תשליטהו עליך. You cannot come tomorrow and tell הקדוש ברוך הוא, זה יצר הרע שלי, what do you want? That's my יצר הרע. That's my יצר הרע. I sleep late in the morning or I slept. This is my יצר הרע. This is your יצר הרע. We'll see. We'll come Yom Adin and we'll say, one second. They never existed. The reason why you gave him the koach is because you created a petach. You're the one who brought him upon yourself and turned him into a shalit. Rabbi say we have to internalize this yesod. That's the machloekes between Yaakov and Esav. Esav has nothing inside. All it takes is from Churbanah she Yerushalayim. It's like lo aleinu, lo aleinu, lo aleinu. If anybody heard about the machala AIDS, it's dead be'etzem. It's a dead virus that yearns life from healthy cells. It kills to live. That's Esav. Anachnu andish. It's not true. We don't need to kill in order to live. But we have to live in order to kill. We have to be alive. And the only way to be alive and take down this chulsha, take down the Esav that's in us, it's only by doing things b'shlemus, by doing things with conviction, with belief, with self-confidence, only then we free ourselves from the Yetzer Hara. And that's the pshat. Yaakov ishtam, shalem, Yoshev ohalim. I was saying to Shmuel and Rabbi Yosef, what does it mean? Ishtam Yoshev ohalim. Lechaura it should be saying Ishtam Yoshev ohel. And the pshat is as following, Rabbi Yosef. The ohalim, akavana, when you're shalem, when you're in Ishtam, then wherever you are, you see the Yad Hashem. It doesn't matter if you are in Misrad Apnim. It doesn't matter if you're feeding your child. It doesn't matter if you're in the bus. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with you. That's the Ohalim. Yaakov Avinu knew how to translate the Ratzon Hashem everywhere. Not just in the Ohel. Not just within the Kotlei Bet HaMidrash. That's easy, Rabbi Yisai. The Shlemus brings you to live with HaKadosh Baruch Hu no matter where you are. And understand the Ratzon Hashem. And that's why it says, Yishtam Yoshev Ohalim, not Yishtam Ve'yoshev Ohalim. Because when you're Tam, automatically you're Yoshev Ohalim. When you're Sholem, when you're convinced, when by you there's no Sveikes, by you the path is clear, then automatically HaKadosh Baruch Hu reveals himself to you. That's the Milchama that we have to have against the Yetzer Hara. Not to let any Sveikes get to us. Not to let the doubt, the comfort, Rabbi said, the comfort of another option. In the street we say, don't close any doors. Keep the doors open. Keep the doors open. So that if this doesn't work, then we go that way, and this doesn't work, we go that way. That's not how we grow. That's not us. We have to be completely closed from the Yetzer Hara, from the outside. And by definition, we completely take down the Maaseh Satan. אז יהי רצון שהקדוש ברוך הוא יזכה אותנו באמס, לתמימוס הזה, לשלמוס הזה, of מידס האמס. And through this מידס האמס, we are zoiche to an anhaga nisit of midas hakol. I will not go into it, it's too long. But be'ezrat Hashem, maybe next time we'll talk about this. Aber davar barur, something very clear. And that's what the Ibn Ezra says in Parashat Chukas, Perek Kaf, Pasuk Ches. He explains there that when a person is shalem and he puts all his koiches in Avodas Hashem, zoche la'asot dvarim lemala me'ateva. He is zoche to a hanhaga nisit. That's what the shlemus does. So we should be zoche, and kamuban, the tachlis is not to be a Baal Moifes. Like Rabbi Shmuel Hoffman friend. No, that's the tachlis, to be Baal Moifes. No, the tachlis is to be Megali HaKadosh Baruch Hu Ba'olam. And that by Am Yisrael, the Moifes is Teva. As Yerason, we should be Mischazek and always question ourselves, do we want to be comfortable or do we want to be emistic? Good Shabbos.